All right, this is 12.2 for Math 160, and this is part 2 on using the table, the APR tables, to find our annual percentage rate. So sometimes special tables can be used to find annual percentage rates that are accurate enough to satisfy federal law, okay? So what we're going to be doing is looking at the finance charge times 100 and then dividing by the amount financed. And that's going to be a finance charge per $100, where we will be able to go down this table, find the number of payments, and then find the number that's closest to that charge that we get. Okay, so we're going to use those previous examples that we did in the first video. And the first one is that we already figured out all of this information. We figured out the total finance charge was $884, and we figured out the amount financed was $5,200. So when I take that $884 and times it by 100, and then divide by 5,200, I want to round it to 2 decimal places. So 884 times 100 divided by 5,200 comes out to be 17. Okay, so really 17.00. Okay, so now we're going to go, and remember, this was for 36 months. So I'm going to go up on the top. I'm going to look at the 36-month row and find the number closest to 17. And so you can see this one is already highlighted. I'm going to just make it a little bit darker here. 36 months. And then the number that is closest, then I can come up here and find the percentage is 10.5%. Which was pretty close. I mean, when we figured it out, it was 11%. Okay, so if you go back to number 2 on that previous example, the approximate annual percentage rate was 11%, but the annual percentage rate that it will be disclosed to the buyer is going to be 10.5%. Okay. All right, so now let's try this one. We're going to have to do a lot of calculations before we can actually look at the table, okay? So on this one, we are going to find the total installment charge. That one we put $100 down, plus, then we have 20 monthly payments of $74.95. So the total installment cost comes out to be $15.99. Why do we have to do that one? Well, we need that number in order to find the finance charge. We have $15.99 minus the original given price of $14.50, which says we have a finance charge of $149. Then the amount financed is the $14.50 minus the down payment, so $13.50. Okay, so part A, the finance charge. Finance charge, part A was $149. Part B was $13.50, and part C, we will take the finance charge times 100 divided by the amount financed. And so we will get $11.04. So we are going to look on our table, row 20. And so I'm going to go back up here, row 20. Okay, which is right here. And I want to find the number closest to 1104, which would be right here. And so that is 12.25%. Closest to 1104 is 1106, which is 12.25%. Okay? All right, let's try the next one. So here we're going to have borrowed $48,000. They agreed to a note with payments, but notice they do not put anything down, okay? So there's no down payment. So for the first one, the total installment charge is 0 down plus we make 36 payments of $1,565.78. So that total installment cost is $56,368.08. Then the finance charge is that number minus the original amount that they borrowed. So we get $8,368.08. Then the amount financed, okay, remember they didn't put anything down, so they borrowed $48,000. They put nothing down, so they financed $48,000. So the APR is going to be the finance charge times 100 divided by the amount that they financed. So that comes out to be $17.43. We're looking at row 36 and finding the number closest to 1743. So I'm going to go back up here. Row 36 is right here. 1743, well, we hit it on the nose. So that would be 10.75%. Okay. Again, I would suggest that you stop the tape, try to work this last one, and then you can start the tape again and check your answer. Okay, so again, this one does not put anything down. So total, let's just abbreviate here. Total installment cost, 0 down, plus 30 months of $858.10 brings us the total installment cost of $25,743. Finance charge is that number minus $22,500. So the finance charge comes out to be $3,243. The amount financed is what they borrowed because they didn't put anything down. And so now we can find the APR. So the finance charge, $3,243 times 100 divided by what they borrowed. And that comes out to be $1,441. And so you're looking at 30-month, that's the row. And we're trying to find the number closest to $1,441. So I'm going to go back up here on the table. Look at row 30. So right here. And I'm looking for the number closest to $1,441. And so if I circle that, that one is, whoops, lost it. That one is right here. So that, again, would be 10.75%. Okay? All right, the last one is we're looking at a ski boat. $12,800. They do a $500 down payment. They have $399 a month for 36 months. Okay, so let's do part A. This one is asking for the amount financed. So the amount financed is the $12,800 minus the down payment of $500. So $12,300 is the amount financed. B, we're looking for the total installment cost, which is the $500 that they put down, plus 36 months at $399 a month. and that comes out to be $14,864. The total interest, okay, which is the same as the finance charge, total interest is going to be the $14,864 minus the amount that was financed, minus the original, got that right first, minus the original price, and that comes out to be $2,064. So that's also the finance charge, okay? And then the last thing they want is the APR. So we take the finance charge, $2,064, times 100, divided by what was financed. And that comes out to be, comes out to be $16.78. And so we're going to look at row 36, and we're going to find the number closest to 1678. So row 36, 1678, which would be, what did I say, 36? Yep. 1678 would be that one, 1658. So we'll say this is 10.25%. And that finishes 12.2.